You're setting up a pre-order on Shopify and you hit the same question everyone else hits. Do I charge now, charge later, or take a deposit? Get it wrong and you're dealing with refunds, failed charges, or customers who never pay. In this video, I'll walk you through every pre-order payment model available on Shopify, show you real data on which ones merchants actually use, and give you a simple framework for picking the right one based on your lead times and price. We've analysed over $85 million in pre-sales across 1 million transactions, so this is based on what's actually working. Hey, I'm Ollie from Pre-Product, a pre-order app for Shopify. Payment model affects conversion rates, cash flow, refund rates, and operational complexity. It's not just a settings toggle. Before we get into models, one concept you need to understand is authorization holds versus vaulted cards. Authorization holds are the default when a customer checks out, so it's the authorization period that Shopify gives you in which to capture the payment. After that time, it expires, and most commonly it's 7 days. Now, extended authorization periods is something that's available on Shopify Plus exclusively, and that extends 7 days up to 30 days. But that extension period, so post 7 days, that is charged with an extra 1.75% on top of your regular transaction fee. Vaulted cards, on the other hand, that's where the card is stored securely with Shopify or your payment processor, and you have no kind of limited period, so you can charge that 3 months down the line with standard processing fee. This distinction is the reason that we see charge later becoming the dominant pre-order model from all the merchants that we serve. So let's start with charge upfront. This is the simplest model. Customer pay full price at checkout, just like a regular order. You hold fulfillment until the product is ready to ship. It works great for short timelines, but if your lead time stretches beyond a couple of weeks, customers get anxious, they paid for something that they can't see or touch. Refund requests climb and support inboxes fill up with where's my order, etc. We say to use charge up front when your lead time is under 14 days, restocks, quick launches, products that are nearly ready to ship. From our data, we see about 14.9% of pre-orders use this model. So, yep, key takeaway, short lead time, strong brand trust, so your customers trust you and they're not going to be nagging customer service constantly. Charge up front works fine. On to charge later. So the customer completes checkout, enters their card, but no money changes hands. Instead, the card is vaulted with Shopify payments, and then when you're ready to ship, you trigger the charge. So this is by far the most popular method, with 43.8% of all the pre-orders in our report using charge later. So that's 75,781 listings in our data set. Why? Because it removes the single biggest friction point, paying for something you won't receive for weeks or months. Customers are far more comfortable committing to something when they know they're not going to be charged until the product is actually ready to ship. Vaulted cards have no time limits and charge at standard processing rates. So compare that to extended authorization periods, where there's an extra 1.75% processing fee. For any lead times over 30 days, charge later with vaulted card is the clear winner. Deposits hit a sweet point for higher ticket items. So a customer who puts down $200 on a $500 product has real skin in the game. They're much less likely to cancel than someone who's committed at zero cost. And so for custom or handmade products, where it really matters if you've incurred production fees, deposits can be really handy and have that advantage over charge later. So from our data, 12.6% of merchants use deposits, and the right percentage to charge depends on two things really: the price of the item and also the risk. So if you can't resell a custom item, then you really need a stronger commitment up front, because presumably you're going to be charging a non-refundable deposit. With price, depends on how much you're comfortable with. If that's the main factor, you're going to be getting in stock. Next up is capture only pre-orders or payment link pre-orders. So this is where the customer provides their contact info and order details up front, but no payment or payment details are collected. When you're ready, you can then send them an email and get them to check out and revisit your store. This is the most flexible option, but has the lowest conversion of payment time. The customer has to take action again, open an email, click through, open payment. So obviously some won't. But on the upside, it's low commitment from you, so you would presumably feel less bad kind of stepping back from the pre-order and not fulfilling it. And also you can change your prices right up until charging, as the customer hasn't been through checkout yet. We see 28.7% of merchants use this. Two main reasons being they're either not on Shopify Payments or PayPal, so they can't bulk cards, or their timeline is uncertain, so they don't want to bulk cards indefinitely. And also, if you're on a third-party gateway, this is your equivalent of a deferred payment option, just without vaulted cards. The last payment option is multi-step payment plans. So this is where you let the customer split their pre-order into two or more scheduled payments. First payment is charged at checkout, and the rest on a defined schedule, whether that's weekly, monthly, whatever you let the customer choose. We find payment plans most useful for those big ticket items, and also stores with more price sensitive customers. It's a little bit like Klarna or Afterpay or something like that. Instead of using one of those services though, you're just staying in Shopify and you're not shipping until it's actually paid off. One thing to mention though is that this is currently limited to Shopify Plus stores only, so regular and advanced Shopify can't use them. Here is a simple decision framework to choose which pre-order payment model to go forward with. So if your lead time's under 14 days, charging up front is fine. Lead time over 30 days, 60, 90 days, charging later with a vaulted card is the most popular model. And then if it's a high ticket item and it has got that longer lead time as well, consider adding a deposit. Same goes with if your product is one-off or made to order, deposits are great. And then if it's a high ticket item with cost sensitive customers, or you'd like to increase conversions around those high ticket items, adding payment plans is a great way to go. And then last of all, if you're not on Shopify Payments or PayPal, then using capture only is the best route for those longer lead time pre-orders that you can't charge up front. Whichever model you choose, the one thing that makes all of them work better is clear communication. So telling customers on the product page when they'll be charged, how they'll be charged, and then reinforcing it at checkout, as well as in an email campaign and customer portal if your pre-order app provides one. You can also mix models across your catalog, so using charge up front for restocks which are coming in shortly and are a sure thing, and then charging later for new products or products with a larger timeline. And then if there's products that you're really not sure if you're even going to get them in stock again, capture only is a good way to go. So of course, I've got to mention pre-products, the pre-order app that I help run. We support all 5 of these payment models, so charge up front, charge later, deposit up front, capture only, multi-step payment plans, so you can decide which is the best fit for your store. I'll include a link in our description. All of our paid plans have got free trials, and then we've got a commission-only plan as well, so if you don't make any pre-order revenue, we won't charge you anything. Other than that, I hope this was useful. If so, I'd love a like or subscribe below. Cheers.